Good evening, Central Indiana. Welcome to Porch Time Live from Casey's Cause Studio. It's almost fair time, but we got farm time first tonight. Got some veterans around here, Morgan County farmers. The old Morgan County Antique Machinery Association in the studio. And you might recognize the face of both these gentlemen. We'll get to them momentarily. And first, I want to talk about my sponsors before we go any further. Again, we're live at Casey's Call Studio. Thank you to Tanya and Kevin Kaplan for being involved with us and letting us be involved in their Sons Foundation. American Basement Solution, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. Larry, we love you and we appreciate all you do for us and the community. And don't be afraid to call Larry when it starts raining, because there's nobody better in the business than working on your foundation. We love Larry. Key Realty with Teresa Messmer. Get a hold of Teresa for all your real estate needs, 765-341-8911. Caleb Stids Comfort System, 765-346-0195. Livewire, Tommy Walls Electrical Consulting and Alarm System, 792-4012. K2 Fitness, locally owned, open 24 hours. Wellspring, Jennifer Burnham and the group, helping the homeless out in the community, 765-342-6661. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Let's not forget about Mike Swingle, Mike's Automotive, 765-343-2282. The Home Market right down here off of West Morgan, 321 West Morgan. Stop in there and see them. Jade said their chicken is delicious. I've not been down there. I need to go. And last but not least, Levi Farms, Randall and Company out there for all your excavation needs. Dumpster rentals, land clearing, demo work. They have hay sales, beef sales, firewood, and of course they got the Scottish Highland cows. I was out there for a little bit over the weekend. Randall and them's good people. If you'd like to be a sponsor show, get a hold of myself or Bethany or Corey. And now, it's been a minute. Charlie, can I get you to move your mic closer?
Yes, you can.
Towards the whole thing. There you go. People want to hear what you got to say, sir.
I don't know about that.
Joining us in studio, two members of the Morgan County Antique Machinery Association, President Jeremy Bright. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Glad to have you in here finally. And past president, board member, what all we'd say, sheriff. He's been a little bit hey, wasn't he governor of Morgan County or something?
Morgantown.
Yeah.
Mayor of Morgantown.
No, I'm not sure about that.
Charlie Beaver, Lucky. I know people used to know you as Lucky.
That's right.
Mr. Beaver, how you doing, sir?
I am fantastic.
It's good to have you in here.
It's good to be here.
I think I've known you about 56 years, so you've probably seen me get a whooping many a day. So.
Well, you might have deserved it.
I blame Tim or Raleigh or Shelley or one of them.
There you go.
All right, gentlemen. First, tell us a little bit about the Morgan County Antique Machinery Association. What all does that mean? Tell us a little bit about that.
This is our 34th year as an organization. Just kind of a bunch of guys got together and wanted to share the love of farming and the love of agriculture and preserve the history and the heritage that we've all been a part of.
And you guys have been involved with agriculture and machinery for...
I've been involved with farming my whole life. I was born and raised on a farm, so it's been 52 years for me. I've been involved in the club now for 7 years. I've been the president for 6. And Charlie's been involved, I believe, since right at day one when the club started.
Charlie was there when they opened the doors, wasn't he?
Well, real close to it.
Yeah. How many members do you have?
Close to 300.
I know you're in the fall foliage, correct?
Yep, we're in the fall foliage. We do the Morgantown Parade and Memorial Day. We do the fall foliage parade. We have our big show coming up here this weekend. We'll be at every day of the county fair.
Yeah.
We're got some guys going to do the 4th of July parade this year for the 250th anniversary. So
you bring some down to Paragon, or is that a different group?
We do Paragon.
I thought I remember seeing you down there last year.
And Waverly.
And Waverly. We go to Waverly Park for their thing, and then we have a plow day in the fall, and got several activities throughout the year.
Now you guys grew up on the hot and sweaty tractors with the no AC. Now they got radios and air conditioning and probably water fountains and everything.
Massaging seats and refrigerators.
They got it made now, don't they? But yeah, you guys and then the guys before you and the guys before them made it possible. Without farmers, we have no food. Without no food, we don't live.
I used to joke with my grandpa. He lived to be 90 years old, passed away 13, 14 years ago. And I used to joke with him that I think if I had to farm back then, I'd have to reconsider my occupation because them guys were men back then.
Yeah. It's gotten easier over time, of course, but
It's gotten easier, but we're doing a lot more hours and a lot more acres.
Yeah.
So you're putting in
a lot
more
more people.
time, but it's not as physically laboring.
Yeah. But you guys pull the old machines out still, and still every one of them runs. And there's some. What's the oldest one? These gentlemen are amazing. From Jeremy, Eric Hoskins says, good evening. What's the oldest tractor you guys pull out down there?
Oh my, I don't know.
We've got a 1934.
Oh, my goodness.
My dad's owned it since he was a sophomore in high school.
Really?
Yeah, he restored it as an FFA project in high school, and he's had it ever since. So
Well, I want to go back one further. When did they put motors on the tractors?
in the third,
gonna say,
some of them
could've
was in
been-
the 20s,
Had
but
been right around there.
20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our automobiles didn't precede it by much.
Yep, and there's a lot of guys that'll bring hit and miss engines to our show.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are early 1900s, like 1910, 1920s. Some of them used to run the well pumps
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So a lot of history, over 100 years of history be at the show.
That's crazy. And like I said, it helps us grow food. Without the food, we all die.
We brought in 3 things this year that we haven't brought in, but we brought in an old 4-row planter from the 50s. And then we brought in a corn picker that is from the early 50s. We used to pick corn with a 2-row corn picker with ear corn, and it's on a tractor. And then we just bought this past winter a pull-type combine from the 50s.
My goodness.
And so all 3 of them are going to be out there on display.
So you've got the first show of the year, pretty much, is this Saturday.
For us, that's our first big event of the year.
Tell us a little bit about what you got going on this Saturday.
We start on Friday. We have several vendors. We've got over 50 swap meet and flea market vendors. My wife and Carrie Owens is running the craft fair, and we've got about 20 or 25 craft fair vendors, so there's plenty to do for the ladies. We'll have working exhibits going on. We've got a live sawmill. We'll be cutting wood. We should have a shingle mill. We've got an old thrashing machine from the early 1900s that'll be there just set up and running. We're going to have a tractor dyno there where we can check horsepower on these old tractors. That's kind of neat to watch if you've never done it. Some of them only have 8 and 10 horsepower, so it's kind of neat just to watch
still
some
move.
of that. Yep. We will have tractor games, which if you've never been a part of that, it's at 3 o'clock on Friday.
I want to know about this a little bit.
So the tractor games, we've added a couple events this year, but one of them you'll drive by and you got to drop tennis balls in a bucket, and it's on a timed, and you have to stay in your seat. One of them you drive in a circle with a chain hooked to your hood, and the chain cannot touch the ground. And then there's a barrel roll. They put a barrel in front of you, and you got to roll it 100 feet.
What tractors are they driving, though?
Just there's a little bit of everything.
Oh, my. So
There'll be some 2-cylinders with hand clutches. There'll be 4-cylinders with foot clutches.
Basically,
and then,
all antique.
yeah, all
I was going to
antique.
say, is it all antique?
It's all antique. Everything we do there will be 50 years or older.
Seth says they put on a great show, get a full belly of food, look at learn tractors, and you can buy goodies. Can't beat it. There's Brad Bell's saying hi.
The event we've added this year to the tractor games, and I'm sure it'll be going on more than just Friday, but we actually built a 24-foot-long teeter-totter where we're going to try to have a competition to balance your tractor on it the fastest.
Really?
And you're only going to be allowed to pull up or back up 5 times and try to balance it, and it's going to be a timed event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've tested it out.
I was going to
It's
say,
a lot tougher than it looks.
Somebody's done it, apparently. It works.
Yes, we've seen it at another show, and so we know it works. Ladies, we have a skillet toss. You can get your husband stand at the other end and throw it at him and see who can win that skillet toss. You know, that always draws a lot of crowds.
Is there a target down there? So
Yeah, the husband.
They'll have a nail driving competition, and then Tom Fiddler's going to have some students there in the evening playing from the gazebo. A lot of good food vendors. Farm Bureau this year has taken over the ice cream booth, and they're actually going to have milkshakes and homemade ice cream.
Are they going to be open this Saturday?
They will be open. They're hoping to be open Friday, but it may be kind of slow Friday with their first time going at this, but they definitely will be open and running Saturday.
Fantastic. Now, will these be at the grandstand, or are they going to be up there by the...
Everything will be up around the food court and everything. We have nothing going on in the grandstand.
So it's just going to be all right there.
And the good thing about our show, we're one of the only in the state where almost everything is under roof. The only things we have not under roof is our food vendors, if you got to go to a food truck, and our hit and miss engines. They're out in the field because they run, and so we keep them outside due to...
Hey, that barn comes in handy when you're doing
It
events.
does. Especially with the weather they're talking about coming in.
We know
It's
very
gonna
well from
be-
the trunk or treat last year.
It's going to be real nice. Yes, and we're looking forward to doing that again.
Yeah, well, hayride, and we'll make it all happen this year. We got to have meetings.
Talking
again.
about putting a haunted house inside the machinery barn.
That would be phenomenal. Yeah.
Kind of add to that and help us both out.
That'd be phenomenal. I was given a note because I didn't even think about engine size. There's 454 Chevy motors in some of the tractors.
Well, there's one specifically, and I had the opportunity to build it during COVID.
So you build it.
Yeah, it took me a year to build it, and it's kind of a conversation piece. It's nothing spectacular, but I like
Nothing
it.
spectacular. 454 Chevy in a
Yeah, it's an
tractor.
OF 1936 F20 Farmall frame rail tractor that's got the motor in it. It just and Jeremy's actually the one that painted it for me. So, and it's we enjoy it, and the club enjoys it, and we have a good time with it.
I want to ask you this: is there youth movement involved with the club? Are you getting younger people?
We're getting the FFA here in Martinsville involved, and we've got 2 or 3 younger kids that have moved up the last couple of years after graduation that have gotten involved. But if you're an FFA kid or a 4-H kid and you want to get involved, we are donating their memberships. We are paying their memberships as long as they're in school to try to get the next generation involved.
Yeah. And young farmers too.
Yes, young farmers, FFA, Farm Bureau, 4-H, any of them. If we've got kids that are interested in getting involved, we're donating their memberships and giving them free memberships to get them involved.
That's fantastic. You got to have the youth coming up.
Yeah, you got to have those.
You guys both know that.
As for me, I'm almost 80 years old, so a lot of the predecessors that
Does he ever slow down? I was going to say.
a lot of the predecessors in the club have either taken ill or passed on, and they just can't do their role anymore. But they're the founding fathers of it.
Yeah.
Well, what's amazing to me, in 2020, our club almost became non-existent because we lost 3 officers during COVID.
Wow.
We lost our president, our vice president, and our secretary in a matter of 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Charlie was the only remaining officer as treasurer, and they had to hold an emergency meeting with him and the board of directors and basically re-elect those positions.
The whole board.
And we wasn't allowed to have a show that year, so we had 0 income for a year. We wasn't allowed to do any activities as far as congregating and getting together to promote the club, and it really put a hurt on us for a year.
Wow. And now you bounce back stronger than ever.
We have.
Well, I have to applaud. John Schoolcraft took over, and John took it to a new level. But then Jeremy ran for president and got elected. He's been there for about 5 or 6 years now.
Let me clarify. I didn't show up at the fall dinner, and I got nominated for president and got elected and wasn't even there.
Hey,
but that's
you know
beside
what?
the point.
But he's done a good job. He's young. He's ambitious. He's taken it to the next level, and that's where we need to be.
Well, we had to make changes to get more people and the younger people involved. For so many years, and nothing against the way it was done in the past, but for years it was just some old guys sitting around talking about tractors.
Yeah.
And the draw was farmers. Mm-hmm. We can sit around the coffee table and talk about that kind of stuff, or
Right.
sit around breakfast and do that. We had to do something. So when I got involved, we started bringing in a craft fair. We started pushing kids events, which is another big thing. We got a couple of young ladies involved this year. Their dad and grandpa was actually a couple of our founding members. They're going to open a kids zone from 9 to 3 every day. They're going to have a scavenger hunt. They've got some kids games. We're going to have a bounce house, and we've got a lot planned for the kids. but we had to do something to get everybody involved.
Right.
And I know from experience, prior to becoming the president here, if I want to go to a tractor show, my wife either wasn't going if there wasn't wife things to do. And so when I came involved, I thought, let's find something for the women to do, because if the wife's got something to do, we can hang around all day.
Right.
If the women don't have anything to do, they get bored by about 2 hours and they're ready to go home.
Right.
You got to make it a family affair,
We
basically.
do. And so we've got a lot of events that the wives can get involved in. We've got a huge craft fair. We've got
Our
Sue
shows.
Bosworth has done an excellent job
Yes.
with our flea market. We've got 40 to 50 vendors at a flea market.
Aren't you guys set up during one of the green egg events or something?
Well, they
with the
used to
car?
come to our event.
Yeah.
And then we got involved with them 3 years ago, and we brought in a car show.
That was
through Tread
massive.
Trimmers.
Yes.
And this year, because they've went through some changes, we're not actually doing a car show on Saturday, but they're going to do a cruise in and coffee. And so there's not going to be any awards given, but there's also no charge. People can just come in, park their cars, and sit around and talk and have a good time. And it's helped us draw a bigger crowd.
Sure.
Yeah, 2 years ago, we kept attendance, and we were just like 9,600 people in.
Oh, I couldn't believe it when I went. I barely heard about it, but the people that were involved knew.
Yeah.
And my goodness.
Yeah, we had a big show. Last year, the weather hurt us. We only had around 7,500 come through the door last year, but we were 95 to 98 degrees every day last year during that show. And that heat just really hurt us. It hurt our attendance.
Yeah. Sorry, I had someone walking by the window.
That was actually my wife.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. She walked over from the fairgrounds because I took her car.
She rode over.
Someone
did
walks
she?
in and looks in. I was like, wait a minute.
Carrying.
You never know around here anymore.
But then on Saturday, back to our schedule, we're going to have the tractor teeter-totter competition again on Saturday.
What time does that start? Because
On Saturday, it's going to start at 11 o'clock.
If I can make it out there and go live for that, I got to see that.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yes, and then at noon, we're going to have a straw search for the kids. 1 o'clock is our big event for the kids, and that's the kids pedal tractor pulls. That draws a big crowd. I think the last couple of years we've had between 50 and 60 kids participate in the pedal pulls. And then the other big thing for this year, at 4 o'clock on Saturday, we're going to have adult pedal pulls. They can come over. We're going to register by age. We're going to charge $10 a person, but then we're going to award cash prizes.
Oh, my.
So first, second, third is going to get a percentage of the money. And
What's the age groups?
We haven't decided
Haven't got
all
that
that
yet.
yet, but it's probably going to be from like 18 or 15 up to 25 or 30, and then from 30 to 55, and then 55 and over. We're going to have a couple women's classes. Last year was our first year doing it, and it wasn't advertised to the public as much. And our two 25, 28-year-olds ended up winning. And I come in third last year behind two 28-year-olds. I didn't feel too bad about that.
No.
But it was a lot of fun. It's a guy took a lawnmower and turned it into a pedal tractor.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have to bring your own.
No, we furnished
You
the tractor.
got 'em.
We furnished
Okay.
the tractor and the sled. You just show up with your muscular legs and start
Shoot.
pedaling.
Yeah.
We're going to put you on it before the day's over.
Oh, no, why not?
I'll be sitting there filming. That's what I'm good at.
Oh, no, we got to get you on the
Oh,
tractor.
boy. Now you're sounding like Angie Harden from down at Paragon. We got to get you in. No, that's not happening.
And then Sunday's kind of our wrap-up day. Tom Fiddler will be there Saturday night at 5 himself, playing from the gazebo. And then Sunday, we kind of have a church service there around 8:30 and have breakfast at the Beef Producers. And then at 10 o'clock, we have a slow drive. Smaller tractors just kind of take a cruise through town. They go
Okay.
down Washington Street, come back up Jefferson, and just kind of take a drive. And then we have a big auction, starts at 1 o'clock.
Out there at the fairgrounds.
Out there at the fairgrounds.
So you have Sunday service right there in the
Yep.
morning?
Yep.
Well, that's a good deal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 8:30. They start serving breakfast around 7:30, and about 8:30 we have somebody come in and do a little
Biscuits and
Sunday
gravy, is that
service.
what I'm-
Biscuits and
is that what I'm
gravy and
hearing?
sausage. And, yeah,
The whole 9 yards.
yeah,
Now you're
pancakes.
talking my language.
Breakfast of champions.
Oh, yeah. You two gentlemen have been around a while and you've worked the farms. You know there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but you know how important you people are and what you do to this for not only this city, this county, this country. And I hope people see what type of people we have sitting in front of us right here. Backbone of the country. You have been since we crossed the pond. And when we start looking over you guys and beyond you guys, that's when we're all going to lose.
There's the largest disconnect right now between society and farmers that there's ever been.
100%, I have to agree with that.
You would not believe the amount of people you run into that will get in a heated discussion with a farmer, and I've heard this conversation many times. They say, well, we don't need you guys. Our food comes from Walmart.
I was going to bring it up.
I mean,
we don't need cattle farms anymore. All our beefs are already at Walmart. I'm like,
yeah.
Are you really that dumb or crazy? I hate saying that.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Yep.
You know? That's scary.
I wasn't a big farmer. I just had a few cows and raised a little bit of hay. But of course, Jeremy, he's one of the bigger farmers in the community, but I'd like to think I still contributed. But I've taken a liking to the antique tractors and what they represent, and I believe in it, and it's our heritage.
Right. Well, without the tractors, they're not going to get the farms plowed or anything like that. One thing I have noticed is the smaller farms, the do your own chickens and things and stuff like that's popping up everywhere.
Yes.
Because people are scared to death. But those are the ones that already know you guys. They already, we have to branch out.
If there was anything positive that comes from COVID, it was the farm to table stuff.
Yep, growing your own food.
When people went to the grocery store and the shelves were empty,
yep,
then they started reaching out to the local farmer to get their beef and their eggs and their pork
Yep.
and their chicken and all that stuff. And that was the only benefit we got out of COVID.
I always thought, if there was a catastrophe, we'd get by. People would figure it out. I don't think so.
Well, the neat thing about it is if you're raising young children and grandchildren, they can associate with livestock and chickens and get some feeling about them. I think it's a good idea.
We were fighting over toilet paper at Walmart. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was.
And
with the kids there, with the grandkids there.
And my son's got a garden out in Green Township, and my 19-year-old grandson will walk over and pull a onion out of the ground and clean it off and just start eating them.
I mean that's the way it used to be.
My son has raised both my grandkids of his to help in the garden.
Yeah.
They've got strawberries and all kinds of produce and stuff out there, and he's teaching them how to do that, and that's what we got to have.
Yeah, that's back to the real life.
Yeah. So it all kicks off what time Friday night?
We start Friday morning at 9 a.m.
Friday morning?
All day Friday. Tomorrow is our setup day. We will have people there all day getting set up and getting ready to go. And we have opening ceremonies at 9 a.m. Friday morning. And there's stuff all day Friday.
People can come out there anytime.
Anytime. And we're usually there till 7 or 8 o'clock Friday night. And then we'll be there. The opening ceremonies start again. On Friday, we have all 3 days, we have a huge quilt show also. We got some ladies that bring quilts out, and so we've got some quilt shows. We've got a couple gentlemen in our club that bring out some old antique hand tools, and they'll be on display out there. And then on Friday and Saturday, food vendors are open all day. Got ice cream, the strawberry shortcake people from the school will be out there.
Oh my!
The beef producers, there's three or four food trucks will be out there. They'll be
had that strawberry
Yes,
stuff?
I had it during the concert just 2 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness!
One of the things we're going to miss, Phil Deckard used to do our announcing opening ceremonies, and we're going to miss Phil because he was
Yes.
Martinsville's finest.
Yeah, the voice of Martinsville.
Yes.
For decades. I always thank Bob Skaggs for football because he did football games on the radio forever, and Phil for everything else.
Yes.
And man, we had him on several times in here, and I said, Phil, we had him on the fourth one time to come in and read the Declaration of Independence on live on air. I said, Phil, you could read long division on air and make it sound good, and people would still listen.
People loved him.
Well, when my daughter was playing high school basketball here in Martinsville, you get used to Phil Deckard doing all the announcements of the game.
Sure.
I went up to the state fair one day, and I had heard his voice so much. I'm walking through the state fair, and I told my wife, I said,
Yeah.
that voice sounds familiar. And we walked over to Coliseum, and here's Phil Deckard. He'd been doing that for I don't know how many years, but probably 30, 40 years, I'm guessing.
Well, not only that, we were up when I was still married, had the kids at home. We would take them up to State Fair, run into him in the barn, in passing, and we're talking to him, and he's always 1 foot out the door, going to the next one, and he goes, "Got to run, going to Michigan to do their State Fair." So he was going from Morgan County State Fair to the State Fair to Michigan State Fair, nonstop.
Yeah.
And that was Phil Senior for sure.
Yes.
No entry fee in the fair.
Yes, that's the other good thing.
That's during the fair.
No, this is during our show.
Okay.
During our show, there is no fee to park and no fee to get in. It is a totally free event.
Park where you want and just come on in.
Just follow the signs, park down front where you normally would park during the fair, but there is no charge to get in. The only money you got to have is if you want to eat or spend money on merchandise.
I got to ask you this about the barn. What's all in the barn? And talk to us a little bit about that. What's in there during the fair and everything else?
So the merchants building during our show is full of tractors.
Right.
That is where our main tractor display is at. The hog and sheep barn is where we have our flea market.
Okay.
And it'll be completely full.
It hit front to back.
Yep. The cattle barn this year, Phil Rollins is running antique tractor car parts and antique stuff.
Very cool.
Kind of like a swap meet for these old antique car guys.
Right.
So he's got, I think, 20 or 25 vendors going to be set up in there. We'll have auction stuff set up in the show arena and in the area between the show arena and the building. We've got our kids zone that's going to be set up right across from our main barn.
What about your barn? That's what I'm saying.
Our barn.
What's in there during the fair and everything else?
During the fair, we are in there taking our memberships. We're selling T-shirts like the one I have on tonight.
Sure.
We've got the new logo, so we've got new hats in there. We will be selling pedal tractor tickets. This year, we're only doing a pedal tractor raffle. The past 3 out of 5 years, we've had a big raffle. Like 4 years ago, we gave away a tractor. A couple of years ago, we gave away a trailer.
Oh, my.
And last year, we gave away 3 Henry rifles that were Indiana, Morgan County.
I remember that. Yeah.
And this year, we decided to take a break from the big raffle, and we're just doing a pedal tractor. Our featured tractors this year is Oliver and Moline, so we've got a Minneapolis Moline pedal tractor to give away.
Very cool.
So, and then
you got old tools and everything in there.
There is old tools in the barn. There's all kinds of old milk cans around the top. And then 3 years ago, we had a grain bin donated to us by the Catter family and Don Sheldon's family.
Yeah.
And we moved it in there, and we're hoping tomorrow to get some shelves built to clean the floor space up. And we're hoping by Friday to have that open for people to go in and see what the inside of a grain bin looks like.
Sure.
Now, there's a lot of danger with farmers inside these grain bins that a lot of people don't understand, and this would give them an opportunity to kind of go in and just see what a grain bin looks like. And we've got some old equipment. Got an old drill press and an old stove and some other machines and old equipment inside that thing for people to look at.
Yeah, if you get a chance over the weekend, if it's open or during the fair, just stop in there and look. I mean, it's what made our country. Nowadays, everything's power driven and this and that and easy. That's not how it always was.
No.
Pop your head in there and see if you could have been a farmer back in the day. So, hello, Joby. So that's good stuff. And come October, we're gonna transform that into something else. Look forward to that. I appreciate you guys jumping on last year for the trunk or treat. That to me, I mean, I love the fair and everything that's going on there, but that night, I have never seen that many people out there.
That was amazing.
That was incredible.
And that's what we have tried to shift our focus as a tractor club to helping and involving a bunch of other organizations within our community. Mm-hmm. That's why on Saturday from 8 to noon, the farmers market sets up part of their booth at our facility. They'll have half their people at our place and half of them at their normal location.
Brittany's coming out there?
Yeah, they'll have the first year they done that, they moved everybody out there, and there was a big confusion because everybody showed up and there wasn't nobody there, and they didn't get the memo.
Sure.
So last year they switched it. They bring about half their people to our location, and the other half stay at the normal location.
Good deal.
So we'll have the farmers market there on Saturday from 8 to noon. But we've got the farmers market involved. We've got the Tread Trimmers Car Club that we've gotten involved. We're getting you guys involved this year. We've got WCBK. We've been doing a live broadcast for them on Saturday mornings, which has been a big deal and helped us get PR out there and get our show known. And we're trying to get other known communities and other organizations within a community. But that thing you done last fall for those kids,
It was all of us.
Yes, but for you to put that together as short as we did, as short as you put that together, and for that thing to turn out as big as it is, I don't know how we top it.
What was funny is everybody would come to the meetings, the couple that we had. You could drive past them, look at it, everybody's just smiling at each other and shake their head like, there's no way. And I'd walk out there, I'd get in that golf cart, and I'd drive out and look at that line, and I'm like, it's all the way to the fair, all the way to the hospital.
And it rained.
And they kept coming in the rain.
I know of 2 or 3 people that gave away over 300 pounds of cake. Just 2 individuals.
Randall, with his skid steer, had a bucket full.
Yes.
And gave away all of it.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, you go? He's like, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
One quick comment, real quick. I stepped away for just a minute. You did mention the fact that we give a couple of scholarships.
Well, not yet.
Hang on one second. Johnny Boland, hometown handyman.
Johnny Boland.
Yep. And then Bob Carter, Santa Claus Charlie. There you go. So
one thing
couple of good guys there.
Yes.
One thing we're starting new this year is we're in the process of setting up a couple scholarships for kids that want to pursue agricultural degrees or mechanics degrees.
That's some good stuff.
And that's kind of something that we're hoping to pass on, and we'll be taking applications starting during our show this week, and then we're going to take applications through probably mid-January, early February. Mm-hmm. The only criteria we have is you have to be pursuing agriculture or mechanics at the next level, whether it be a vocational or a college level. And you have to be a resident of Morgan County.
There you go.
Those are the only.
But you kind of keyhole them into going to Purdue. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I'm a Purdue fan, so I don't have a problem.
So is my wife, and I kind of like them myself. I like Matt Painter. But another thing, we help support the Morgan County Historical Society too. I think they run hand in hand.
Anytime you can help a young person out, go to college. That even the little bit of money that you can give them, it helps us so much. We do 2 from our golf outing every year in the Tim Coryell golf outing.
Yes.
One's for law enforcement and one's for communication. And so it's same situation for the county. Got to be living in the county.
Gives them a little more opportunity.
Yep. And that's good stuff right there.
Yes, it is.
So good for you guys.
And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be a 4-year degree. It can be a 2-year degree down at Ben Sands. They've got some mechanic stuff down there. It can be going to Lincoln Tech up in Indianapolis. But
that helped big time.
It's just something that we felt like we ought to do, and that would help draw some more younger people into our club.
Giving back.
Yes, sir. Johnny says, always good to see Charlie, best boss I ever had. There you go.
Well, he might have been fooled, but I'll take it.
Well, gentlemen, have we hit everything you want to talk about?
I think we have.
I think so, and we really appreciate.
Anytime you guys want on and you got something to bring up or talk, just get a hold of me. You know how hard it is to get in here sometimes. We can schedule a meeting 100 times and we'll get it, though. We'll figure it out. Joby's on next, so he knows. He's been waiting. I think I canceled him twice and you guys 3 times. But
well, the good thing about our show, like I said earlier, don't let the weather scare you this weekend, because if it's raining, everything's under roof.
Yeah.
Very, very. I'd say less than 10% of our show is not under roof.
Yeah. We've got a beautiful fairgrounds.
Yes, we do. Morgan County Fairgrounds is one of the best around, and without that overhead, there'd be some events. I know last year we wouldn't have done it, and several people use that whole facility. So
yeah,
I'll be out there at some point in time. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm trying to get through a couple of days of work here without waking up and not being able to breathe. That's no fun, but I'm getting through this bronchitis. But I'll be out there eventually Saturday, hopefully later in the day, and avoiding some of this riding the pedal stuff. What time's the teeter-totter? I want to see that.
It starts at 11 on Saturday.
Okay, so I probably won't. I don't know.
The kids' pedal pulls start at 1, and the adult pedal pulls are between 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you got stuff going on all day.
There's stuff all day.
People
and
come
like
out
I said, the big new thing, we got that kids zone this year, and we've got a couple young girls that are really going to push the kids events. And They've got a big tire we're going to fill full of corn where the kids can still play in a sandbox. They're going to play in a cornhole thing.
Oh, that's fun.
So we've got a lot of stuff going on for the kids.
You guys are doing good work. Every year, it seems like I see you guys more involved more and more, and that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So hats off to you guys, and any way we can help you, you know that.
Yeah.
You got my number. You get a hold of me, Jeremy,
Yeah.
and I'll get you in here.
We welcome any young person that wants to join. We need young activity.
We need the youth.
And you don't have to, the misconception is you don't have to be a farmer to get involved.
Yeah.
I'd say only 10% of our club actually is actively involved in farming.
Yeah.
The rest of it is guys that have a love for antique tractors or antique trucks or worked part-time on a farm somewhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Charlie maybe had some cows and just was involved in that type of a farming
Just
operation.
being involved in something, you know what I mean?
Just an organization to get together and hang out and have fun.
We have a good time.
Linda says, do you listen to her much? Linda, I try to avoid her.
You know what? She is my Haiti mama.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went to Haiti with her and Larry.
Did you really?
I went to Haiti with them back in 19, and so
They just got back from Costa Rica.
yes, I know.
They
love
stopped
Larry
by
and
here.
Linda.
That salt of the earth. Yeah, there
They're
you go.
actually distant relation. Larry's brother Steve is married to my sister Susan, who drives a school bus for the Martinsville School District.
Really.
Yes.
See, I can't be mean to Linda now.
She put that comment up there. She's bringing spaghetti.
Yeah.
The joke behind that is in Haiti, spaghetti's made with ramen noodles,
Right.
and we have to take our own meat in for
Yeah.
those events because you can't eat that stuff over there. And so we were laughing because the spaghetti was ramen noodles.
Yeah. Larry's an unbelievable human being, and we've done some trips to Florida and Tennessee and Kentucky for helping folks out. And some of the stories, first of all, when you had Larry and Timmy in the same vehicle, no. And they literally got stopped going into Mayfield after that F4 went through there. We had 26 skids of water. We gathered up semis and flatbeds, and you had Larry and Timmy leading the way. And you talk about stubborn and more stubborn. Well, FEMA, and we won't get into that too much, but cut them off at the front door of Mayfield and said, no, you're not coming in. Well, half an hour later, they're pulling in the backside of Mayfield. Timmy had flagged down National Guard and county down there, and in they go. So, yeah, Larry's thing is if you can't get in the front door, you find the back door.
Anybody could do it. Your brother did it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Those two P's there, you forget it. You're not going to beat them. So
You talking about the crazy stories. When I went to Haiti with Larry and Linda,
Yeah.
we got down there and their well had collapsed at their
Yeah.
place. We actually lowered a 10, 11-year-old Haitian boy down in this 40-foot well shaft.
oh boy,
Oh my.
And he scooped gravel and stuff out with buckets while 2 or 3 of us hoisted
him up.
buckets out of there for 7 or 8 hours. And then back then, their well shaft was basically 55-gallon drums that you just started sliding them down with the top and the bottom.
and that
cut out
place
of
is
them.
earthquake happy.
And basically, them old steel barrels had rested. So Larry went to town and was able to find 10 old plastic barrels. And so we
Slid
got
them
it
down.
cleaned out, and we just started sliding them down, cutting the tops out of them. We'd dig a little farther, and we'd slide them down. So now we've lined that whole well with plastic barrels.
There you go.
But it was just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I can't wait to do it again.
They've done God's work, not only from here to Florida, but to Haiti and Costa Rica, and he doesn't stop.
No.
And Lord knows they need help.
Yes, they do. So
No, Haiti right now, it's a shame we can't go back into Haiti.
Yeah, he's
with
tried.
everything
He
going
can't.
on there. You just can't get in.
Costa Rica's close. He had a ball down there. He said
Yeah.
so. Well,
Yep.
gentlemen, it's been an honor. Get a hold of me, Jeremy.
Thank you very
Charlie.
much.
Thank you so much.
It's
We
always
will
good to see you guys.
We will definitely look forward to doing something again around Halloween time because we really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we'll. Oh, you're related to Amy too?
She's our niece.
Yeah.
Well, she.
Amy
I
Black.
forgot we all live
Small
in
world.
Martinsville.
Small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another quick one. Amy, out at Grandview.
Yes.
Timmy were riding around one day. Hey, I got to run out here. Well, he don't know what I know, and I don't know what he knows. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, he's going out here to Amy, and I wonder what he's got going on out here. So he goes, I got to go in the back for a minute. He's in uniform. He's on the
Going
beat.
in the kitchen.
he goes, because Amy's got strawberry cookies that are phenomenal, and he's back here eating them, and I'm looking up front for Amy and her cookies, and then I walk back there, and he's got a half plate eating of them. So I was like, oh, I see how it is now. So now Amy supplies me with those strawberry cookies.
And you
every
didn't
now
share.
then. No, he did not share.
Well,
So
where's our cookies at tonight?
yes,
Yeah, we'll have
they
to go
are
for those.
delicious. So. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hang loose for a little bit if you're on. We got Madison Township Fire Department coming in to talk about some stuff they got going on this weekend. So, Morgan County, and I'll mess it up, Morgan County Antique Machinery Association, thank you guys so much.
No
Thank you
problem.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
We will see you guys out there Saturday. Oh, wait a minute. Great group of guys in the studio, Larry's saying. Had to feed Timmy, Amy said. Yeah.
Then she said it.
Yeah, I'll take care of all of you. There we go.
There we go. Good deal.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right.